They want to carry everybody along. When they want to get into federal government college, you have a situation where states from the south like Imo, like Edo, like Delta may have 75% at cutoff point. But then for our brothers from the north, maybe as low as 30 or 40%. Why not do it in leadership? Why not after you have a situation where one part is ruling? Why not do the same thing to allow the other weak man to rule? So that there will be sense of unity and equity.
I disagree. That is why I wanted to say, okay, political platform.
So Baba don't make him point.
I'm coming. Spoken as political platform. It is when you speak, listen to me, you have a partisan interest and you can't hide it. When a man like Obasanjo writes 6 pages, listen, when he writes 6 pages, I have read that in over 10 times. I'm looking at the wisdom behind the wisdom inside it, depending on the thing you use. So I have picked out that he said, we as Nigeria are carrying out the policy of uniting Africa. But internally, we are carrying out the policy of disuniting Nigeria. It is to show you that the government is not being straightforward. That the policy makers are not being straightforward. My own position is it all depends on your level of education. I'm sorry to say. Listen to me. If you have this on paper, I can explain to you. I'm a teacher. You do a bigger circle. Listen to me. There is a bigger circle, which is Africa. There is a smaller circle, which is Nigeria. You carry out the policy within Africa of say you want the unity of Africa. And for you to carry out unity in Africa, it must be equitable distribution of, remember our time, though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Remember that. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. It's the policy we are carrying out in Africa. But in Nigeria, we are not carrying out that policy of though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. We are carrying out the policy of exclusivity. And then let me tell you this, in America, it is their diversity that makes them strong.
God bless my brother.
They take from Chinese American, they take from Indian American, they take from African American, they take from Japan. Why in Nigeria? Listen to me. In Nigeria, listen to me, in a new knowledge economy, it is about your brain power. 90% of wealth is brain power. And do you know why we have a problem in Nigeria? Our brains are no longer working for us.
Damn, who are the Nigerians? And who are our leaders? And what are we supposed to do? Okay, political party we supposed to vote for.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Another question is that
let me tell you what your problem is.
Your problem is that
you may have a friend like I have. If PDP wins, I will benefit. Because I have a big uncle who is a big man there. And he believes in my brain. If APC wins, I will benefit. Listen to me. If Labour Party wins, I will benefit. Because I have somebody. Now listen now. I'm telling you.
Get people there.
You have big friend who is in one of the political parties. And you're praying that if he wins, I will have some contract. I will have some this. We have gone beyond.
You are not winning because of friends.
I don't think
you know that's what you say.
Okay.
I am not trying to be partisan.
Your trust.
I am not trying to be partisan. I am telling you, okay, for instance, that in everything Obasanjo wrote, you cannot disagree with everything you wrote. Let us leave the political side of what you wrote. There is something that my prof used to call it Professor Chris Modo. Professor Chris Modo used to call it ontological residue. You know what he decides as ontology? That when you look at this man and you look at this man and you look at two of you, that there is something ontologically resident in this man that you don't find in any other person. He's unique. Do you understand what I mean? Professor Chris Modo, that taught me philosophy, University of Port Harcourt, he calls it ontological residue. If you look at what Obasanjo wrote, there is something uncommonly unique, wisdom talk that is resident in it. You cannot just say that paper is hogwash, it's stupid. No, I don't subscribe to it. He said that the paper...
The letter.
He said that Nigeria is moving to Africa, to unite Africa.
As a child to Africa.
with the policy of fair play, with the policy of equity, which you can now translate to our former national anthem. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. He said that, look, stop this issue of blaming. Yeah, this civil war is this gripe. This one that we were all at fault. That nobody is exempt in the issue. But that the contradiction or the paradox of the Nigerian state, oh, brilliant man Obasanjo, is that internally in Nigeria, we are carrying out the policy not to unite, not the policy of brotherhood, not the policy of those tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. And as long as it happens, there can be progress. And I know that in America, they are progressing. You remember when I was young, growing up, the Indians were all over my place. I had Indian teachers who were teaching in my secondary school. I had Indian medical doctors. They were all here. We were paying them. The economy was strong. And there was diversity. Let me tell you something. I used to have a boss who is from Borno. And then when I visit Borno with him, 2001, 2, 3, 4, I will see small boys or small girls of 18, of 12 years, 13 years, 14 years. They have cramped Quran. And I know that my normal biology, modern biology, Holderness and Lambert is easy to cram. And I feel that the policy Nigeria should carry out is go and meet all these imams, pay them money, carry those children, teach them chemistry, mathematics, biology, you know, and all those ones. 3 days of the week and 4 days of the week, let them do. Nigeria will rule the world.
I'm telling you.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes, a small girl of 10 can cram Quran. For me, I read Julius Caesar. I was Mark Antony. I can recite Mark Antony for you now. Because I was young. Because then we were committed to what we were doing. What I'm trying to say in essence is this. We are not running Nigeria with love.
Thank you.
If you run this country with love, in 4 years, we will dominate the world. Okay. Because my late traditional ruler is like a father to me. Anytime we go to see Obasanjo, I used to carry back for them. Professor Chukwuka Okonjo. He told me, with General Abisama, in his house, in his palace in Ogbash, that if you go to the whole world, the US, UK, there is Nigerians that are dominating everywhere.
That's why I want to...
Why is it not working? Because overseas they know it's a new knowledge economy. It is what you have upstairs that contributes to growth. It is no longer land, labor, capital. That is why one person, one individual, Okonjo Iweala, can, against the dictates of Trump. Trump didn't want her to be World Trade Organization. They did everything to stop her. They checked and checked to see if they will find any corrupt thing. Why is it that the world is using her brain? If you put that in here in Nigeria, oh Jesus of God.
Okay, so in a nutshell, waiting daddy they talk now, be say, are they come? Wait, are they come? Waiting daddy they talk now, but
5 years.
Moko round up this talk now. Before we go, waiting daddy they talk now, but say as we Nigeria, we say we giant of Africa. If we want lead the Africa, we could start for our own, by bringing in fairness, equity and justice.
No tribe and tongue may differ,
but in brotherhood.
And then we need to go back to the youth.
Yes.
Why is it that the Indians are in charge of the commanding heights of all the technological industries you have? Why is it? Because they're emphasizing on what? Brain power. The Indians are in control of all the big things. Why is it that Israel, with their very, very little population, are dominating? Nigeria, you have not allowed your brains to blossom. It is about, this man is Alhaji's son. This one is this
Excuse me, sir, let's understand this.
Listen to me, you are operating in a global village world where knowledge is power, where over 90% of wealth comes not through resources, not through land, not through labor, but from brain power. Why is it that the average Nigerian will leave Nigeria and travel? How come that the whole world want Nigerians to come? Canada want Nigeria to come. I spoke with my younger friend from UK. He said that if you have anybody that can just do PGD in education, that the UK people are looking for Nigerian teachers.
See me, I did.
How come they want Nigerians everywhere? Because we are hardworking.
I go see you after
because
this.
We are good. Listen to me. The policy here, that is what Obasanjo said. Read him well. If I have my way, I will go and thank him there. In everything he said that we are want to unite Africa under equity, under fair play, under brotherhood. But in Nigeria, we are not applying the same policy. Look, have you seen you are a mathematician? If you apply the wrong formula, do you ever get the result?
What experience Peter Obi has to lead?
I have not said Peter Obi. No, listen, don't bring it. You finish this discussion, listen me. Listen, no. Listen, no. He's not the other side policy. Listen to me. Don't bring in partisanship. Listen, you
so waiting Baba don't talk now for parable. You have spoken it.
Listen to me.
What is his experience in politics? And another question is that how many?
Listen to me. Let me answer you. Listen. Let me answer you even this one. Listen now. What is
Baba make him talk small?
No, listen to what is the experience. Don't finish the one. Do you know that you have MDG? There is an international body that monitors and every other one. Why this young Obi was governor? There are other good points for Tinubu. There is other good point for Atiku. But because you asked this question, let me answer it to you. MDG said that Obi is number one amongst all the governors. Listen to me. An international body using their own international criteria.
Just only one.
Listen now. Listen, you ask me a question now. You're asking a question in terms of cognate experience and capacity to perform. And when he finished his tenure, EFCC and the rest of them, they are not pursuing him like they are pursuing other people. I'm not saying he's a saint. But you asked that question. But my argument is not for us to be, because when you start from the angle of candidate A or B or C, you miss the point. My angle is that in what Obasanjo said, there is something he said that is ontologically resident, meaning that it is unique, that you don't find him in any other statesman.
We are saying the same.
And what he said is, if you read international relations, you understand that it is only a madman. It is only what we call in my delta, itibolibo, an illiterate, that will carry out that kind of. You know, for instance, that this is quadratic equation. You know that this is the formula you're going to use. You now go to Holderness and Lambert and bring chemistry.
It won't work.
That is what Obasanjo said we are doing in Nigeria.
Obasanjo has ruled this country for.
Leave about him ruling. He listen to me.
Okay, Baba, I come. Make we give this. No, I come. Make we give this orgasm. Baba, I want to see, please.